Let's go Raptors! Welcome everybody back to the Dynamite Countdown, the greatest countdown series that YouTube has ever seen. I am your host Brendo Dynomite, and we are well into the playoffs now. We got one series out the way. Raptors taking it at 5 against the Orlando Magic. Now about to go ahead on to the Philadelphia 76ers with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons and company, which is going to be a great series, but I have no doubt that my Raptors will take them out the same way they did the Magic, and will do whoever they face afterwards. But in celebration of a series victory and a trip to round 2 of the NBA playoffs, we are going to be counting down today the top 8 Toronto Raptors of all time. Now, when I say the top 8 Toronto Raptors, I'm specifically talking about their tenure in Toronto. Whatever they did afterwards or before their time in Toronto has nothing to do with this. I'm talking about their time in Toronto. We are counting down the top 8 Toronto Raptors of all time. So we're gonna start the countdown here with the number 8. At number 8, the guy's only been here for 1 year, but he has made a major impact in that 1 year and had probably the best single season of any Raptor to date, and that is none other than number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball.
Leading this team hopefully to the promised land this year, and with the averages that this guy's putting up this year, and already got a playoff win under his belt, already got a playoff appearance with the Raptors under his belt, and led them to one of their better records in franchise history. Kawhi Leonard has got himself at the number 8 as the 8th best Toronto Raptor of all time, and I have no doubt he will be re-signing with us, and he will eventually be the best Raptor of all time. Mark my words. Now, at number 7, or 7th best Raptor of all time, is a player who just recently had departed from the team. We were sad to see him go, but what we got to return was something that we could definitely use going forward and will help us. But Jonas Valanciunas, the number 5 pick, I believe, in the 2012 NBA draft. And hey, this guy's number 5th all time in games played, number 7th all time in points scored for the Raptors. He was a crucial part of their series, continuous playoff series run with DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, crucial part of that team. And for that reason, I mean, they had a nice playoff run, and he had a nice tenure and did a lot of things that a lot of other Raptors did not do in their time here. And for that reason, Jonas Valanciunas, hope you enjoy Memphis, buddy, but you're number 7 as the 7th best Raptor of all time. Now, keeping the list going here. Now, number 6 on the list here. International player. It's not Andre Bargnani, I'll tell you that much. But it is Jose Calderon, the franchise leader in total assists. And this guy was part of the point guard tandem, a multitude of them actually, with TJ Ford and other point guards, Gravis Vasquez. I mean, he was always part of a duo of point guards that the Raptors seem to have. Had a nice long tenure with the Raptors, one of the more memorable and fan favorites that we ever had. And yeah, setting people up for a long time. See some of these assists he's did. International member of Team Spain, and actually won themselves a gold medal there with Pau Gasol and current Raptor Marc Gasol. So Jose Calderon, probably the 2nd best point guard we've ever had on the team, number 6 best player we've ever had, period, as a Raptor. So congrats to you. Now, number 5, 5th best Raptor of all time. A lot of people may have forgot about this guy, but he was actually the only Toronto Raptor All-Star that there was for a long period of time besides Vince Carter, and that's none other than Antonio Davis. He actually had 2 stints with the Raptors, spanning a couple of seasons, and hey, he made an All-Star team in 2001 alongside Vince Carter. Actually started that All-Star game, so that's got to say something. And he actually helped lead the Raptors into their very first playoff series win, and was on those original playoff Raptor teams. So Antonio Davis, congratulations, buddy. You're the 5th best Raptor of all time. Now, keeping the list moving along here, we're gonna get down into some more of the recent players, and the fourth best Raptor of all time. Some may disagree, but hey, I got three that are better than him. But number 4 is current Raptors point guard Kyle Lowry. He is the all-time, he's second all-time in assists. He's the all-time three-point leader. He's up there in the points, and he has the second most playoff games played for the Raptors, aside from DeMar DeRozan. So, hey, he's doing a good thing. He's keeping this team afloat. Hopefully he gets a ring with the Raptors this year, adding to his legacy and bumping him up on this list. But hey, Kyle Lowry. Not an all-star until he was 10 years into the league. This guy's getting better with age, but unfortunately, hey, as I know, he start to break down as you get a little bit older, and hopefully he can keep it up. But Kyle Lowry is our 4th best Raptor of all time. Now, at number 3, a lot of people probably think this is number 1, but I'm not going with the most popular, because this guy's probably the most popular Raptor of all time and probably the most hated Raptor of all time. But there's no denying that he was actually the most influential Raptor of all time. That is for sure. And that is none other than Air Canada, Vince Sanity, half man, half amazing, Vince Carter himself. And yeah, being around, seeing this guy in his prime and his heyday was simply phenomenal. This guy got comparisons to Michael Jordan. He has the single highest points per game average of any Raptor, but due to longevity and not being on the Raptors not too long, he's only there for about 6 years, I believe, that he could have been higher up, but he's not. But Vince Carter, I mean, this guy was insane. His career highlights, his best times happened right here in the city of Toronto. I had the pleasure of meeting him on 2 separate occasions, actually. So, Vince, hey, apparently you're still going to be playing next year. Only player left in the league from the 90s, and it started right here in Toronto. So, Vince Carter, you are the 3rd best Raptor of all time. Now, keeping this list moving along here, as I mentioned, even if this guy at number 2 didn't accomplish anything else after his Raptors career, everything he did as a Raptor would have kept him at number 2 regardless. But after departing the Raptors, he did get himself 2 NBA championships with the Miami Heat. And it's none other than Chris Bosh, drafted by the Raptors in the 2003 draft at number 4 overall. Right after Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. And hey, he was a Raptor for a good long time. He had most of the franchise records until we got someone who stuck around a little longer and actually had a better career. But hey, Chris Bosh, multiple playoff appearances, didn't do too well in the playoffs with us, but multiple All-Star appearances, multiple playoff appearances, and as I mentioned, was the franchise leader in multiple categories up until recently. And the man who beat him, obviously, is the number 1 spot, the number 1 Raptor of all time. And it's such a sad thing to say that this is the guy who we traded away for the number 8, Kawhi Leonard. But DeMar DeRozan, statistically, and even ask any of the fans or anybody in the city of Toronto, definitely the best Toronto Raptor of all time. He's got the most All-Star appearances, the most playoff appearances. He's the franchise leader in points, minutes, games played, playoff games, field goals made, tons and tons of categories. He's the franchise leader, DeMar DeRozan, and the only consolation I got is in seeing this guy leave Toronto is that he went to my Spurs, because I am an absolute Spurs fanatic. Them and the Raptors are my teams, and for us to get Kawhi and my Spurs to get DeMar, I had no issues with that whatsoever, but both teams I think will be better off with those trades. And hey, I mark my words, Kawhi will stick around and he will surpass DeMar DeRozan as the number 1 Raptor of all time. But for right now, DeMar DeRozan is the best Raptor of all time, statistically speaking, and probably the most popular with the people in the city also. So, hey, that's what it is. It's another miserable Friday, but we got some Raptors playing again this weekend, and we're gonna watch them hopefully bring out the sweeps on Philly. I know that won't happen, but hey, as long as we get the win and get the fourth win in the series, we're good. So, hey, it's your boy B. We're doing it out here. If you have any suggestions or any countdowns that you would like me to do, hey, drop a comment. Feel free. Let me know. I'll do the best I can to bring what you guys want to see. And but right now, basketball's going, and basketball's on my mind. So these countdowns might be basketball for a little bit. But until next week, it's your boy B, bringing the boom, doing the damn thing. I wish you all a happy Friday. Stay up, stay blessed, stay well, stay positive, and we'll catch you on the flip side, people. Peace.
Brendo once again.
And he actually had 2 stints with the Raptors, spanning, I believe, 4 seasons, but